If you've been feeling overwhelmed by big, painful, or complex emotions that are creating stuck stress in your body, then you're in exactly the right place. Today's 10-minute seated somatic practice will start by grounding to the lower body and freeing up and releasing emotion and movement in the upper body. I'm Jill, and I help midlife women unlock body and food freedom using somatic practices and nervous system regulation techniques. Take a moment to get yourself organized and we'll begin. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position of your choice, and you can choose to either close down your eyes or just soften your gaze. So come along with me, let's take a trip inside our body, and we're going to start by orienting to our sitting bones. In your mind's eye, see if you can establish a clear image of your sitting bones, and just start with a noticing. Is one more weighted than the other? You don't need to correct anything just yet, just notice. And then with the most subtle vacuuming action, see if you can really kind of all just internally imagine that you're sucking up your right sitting bone into your body. And then let it go. It's not going to look like much. And suction your right sitting bone up into your body. And let it go. And suction it up and let it go, and just pause to notice any difference between the right and left, and then shift your attention to your left sitting bone and we suction it up and let it go and vacuum it up and let it go. And one last time, suction that sitting bone into your body and let it go. And give yourself a moment to just shake and shuffle to see if anything has settled where you feel like you're more even and grounded. So it's really hard to move and release the upper body when the lower body is not supported. So find a place where you feel a little bit more supported in your lower body. And now we're going to shift our attention to our upper body. So we'll close off our eyes and just bring your hands up with me in front of your face. This is to create just a little bit of a privacy shield for yourself. And you have permission to move your face and stretch it around in any way that feels good to you. Really let it be ugly. Let it move through emotions and facial expressions that are maybe honest for what you're feeling right now, but not so socially accepted as presenting to the world. Move through the ugly, move through the frown, move through the misery. Move through the overwhelm. Stretch it around. Stretch your jaw around. Be asymmetrical. Scrunch up your nose. Do whatever feels like your face needs. Your face is part of the rest of the connective tissue system that integrates our body, our fascial web. And it's a major place for stuck stress, especially with big emotions. And pause. And just lower your hands. I realize that might be a lot. So if you need to pause here and just be with yourself, you have absolute permission to do so. If you can keep moving with me, let's just bring our attention to a little bit of tapping in the upper body. So wherever feels good, you can take it closed fists or fingertips. I'm doing fingertips today. So just sending some percussive movement is the point into the kind of lung area and heart center. Our lungs and heart and arms, that is all such a place of expression. And when we're kind of overwhelmed, exhausted, and shut down and not giving our energy to ourselves first before we send it outward, it can be really difficult to find free and available movement in our upper bodies. And then go ahead and rest. And then working through the arms a bit, but within the frame of the body. So again, just follow along. We have some flamenco wrists. And it doesn't need to be anything particular in terms of where the arms go. Just keep it within the frame of your body. So again, think of harnessing your own energy and allowing that to settle and dissipate emotions. Often those emotions are big and painful because we don't take time to be with them and process them when they're smaller and less complex. That's not always the case, but as far as daily stressor accumulation, certainly. And reverse the flamenco wrists. And again, just working within your own body frame and noticing what that does to open up kind of movement in your wrists and out through your fingertips, and clears the air and the emotional space right in front of you. And pause. And then we'll just take that same kind of notion of working the arms within the frame of the body into a little bit more of a kind of breaststroke swimming pattern. So kind of circling in front of yourself, clearing space, making space for yourself, making space for your emotions, making space for your body, making space to meet your own needs. And that pathway of motion can move in any way that feels good to you. So just follow your instinct. It can move to the left or the right. It can be right in front of you. It can move into the upper space a bit, but it's opening and clearing the air. And then we're going to take a moment and reverse it. So see if you can now gather in. What does that feel like to gather inward? What do you need to bring towards you? Probably things that are pretty basic. More water, more self-care, more social connection, all the basics. Gather in what you need and pause. Take a moment to readjust yourself if anything's gotten kind of locked down, and just take 3 seconds to notice where you're at in your body. So shifts can be subtle. It could be that something just feels a little bit lighter and freer. Shifts can be big, of course, like you have a cry or a kind of breakthrough aha moment. Or it can be really body-based, where maybe you notice a tear run down your eye, or run down your cheek, but you're not even necessarily strongly attached to an emotion of sadness. So that's kind of a really good example of the body releasing something that could be really old. So maybe the emotion has passed, but the body still was holding on to it and it needed to let that stuck stress go. I've certainly had that when I've worked with rehab coaching clients as an example. So if you feel like you've had a little taste of some kind of shift in your body today, then my recommendation would be to give my 7-day nervous system reset challenge a try. They're all standing practices and they're 7 minutes each. So it's a great entry point if you want to build a bit of a ritual and habit surrounding movement-based nervous system regulation. So I hope that that was helpful today. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care and bye for now.